Scrabble Challenge, the show where every word counts. Hey, I'm Kennedy, and welcome to the TV version of America's favorite word game. Let's meet today's players. We've got Timber from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Howdy, Timber. Hey. What do you do back in Fort Wayne?
I am a medical researcher.
All right, we've also got Jason from Vail, Colorado. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you.
What do you do back in Vail?
I'm a ski instructor.
All right, both of you, welcome to the Scrabble Challenge. Only one of you will get a shot at $5,000 today, so I want you both to perk up. All right, to get it started, we've drawn 7 letters from the standard collection of 100 Scrabble tiles. Let's take a look at those right now and start a 15-second countdown. Our players are each building a word using these tiles. And just like in the board game Scrabble, different letters are worth different points. Common letters like that E are worth only 1 point, but harder to use letters like the Z are worth up to 10 points. And gang, it is so much fun. All right, players, time's up, and your words are locked in. So whoever has the higher score will get to place their word on the board and start the game. Jason, what word did you come up with?
I came up with lamb.
That is not a bad word at all. Oh, that's so awful. I'm sorry. Let's take a look at that. The B is a great letter. It's worth 3 points. The M also worth 3 points. The other two worth 1, so that is an 8-point word. Great job. All right, Timber, you have the exact same rack of letters. What word did you manage to come up with?
I came up with blaze.
Wow. Blaze looks like a very high-scoring word because that Z in there is worth 10 points, and the rest of them add up to 16 points. Ooh. All right, Timber, that means that you have won the rack, and to start the game, we're going to give you all the tiles from that rack, and Jason, you get a fresh rack of 7 letters to start studying for your turn, so enjoy. All right, Timber, since you won the first rack, you go ahead and place your word on our great big Scrabble board. Oh, that really is big. They don't mess around here. As you can see, there are a number of colored squares on the Scrabble board that multiply your score. There are double and triple letter squares, as well as double and triple word squares. So pretty. All right, Timber, your word was blaze, so go ahead and place it on the board, if you will. And remember, please, one tile from your word must cover the double word star in the middle of the board, just like that.
Blaze.
All right, blaze is a 16-point word, but since the B was on a double letter square and the E covered the double word star, you now have 38 points for that word alone. That's very nice. Here on the Scrabble Challenge, every time your word covers a colored square, you get a bonus question that can earn you even more points. So, Timber, here comes your bonus question. Name one of the 7 dwarfs. You give me a one-word answer, and I will give you its Scrabble value. So look at this chart and try and find an answer with lots of high-scoring letters.
Doc isn't going to be worth much. I'm gonna go with Sleepy. The P and the Y seem pretty good.
Sleepy is actually second from the bottom. That is an 11-point word. But hey, it's 11 points. Nothing to sneeze at. Speaking of which, Sneezy was the #1 choice. That was worth 18 points. Bashful worth 15. And you guys at home can see the highest ranking answers. All right, Timber, we're going to take that 11 points and add it on to your 38, giving you a total of 49 points. Your first time around. Great job. Let's refill your rack and see what Jason has come up with. It is now your turn. Do you have a word?
I'm going to use plebe on the board. P-L-E. The L is from blaze. B-E. Plebe.
All right, plebe. Now, Jason, I just want you to realize that every word placed on our board must appear in the official Scrabble Players Dictionary, and plebe is the valid word. It means the lowest ranking person in one of the military academies. And of course, when I was at Annapolis, I was a plebe. I was never at Annapolis. I did visit once. All right. Plebe is worth 9 points, and since the E covers a double word square, you get 18 points total for that word, and you've also earned your first bonus question by covering that double word. So, Jason, why don't you name one of Santa's reindeer?
Izzy, my nickname on the slopes, Blitzen.
Well, bro, you must shred, dog, because that is the #1 answer. 18 points for you. And you at home can see the other high-ranking reindeer. Donner, only worth 7. Blitzen, great choice. 18 goes into your point total, giving you 36 points. Great job, Jason. We're going to refill your rack. And Timber, do you have another word for us?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm so excited.
The word is weld. W-E-L-D. Weld.
Whoa, great play. All right, weld is worth 8 points. And as you can see, the L covers a double letter square. 9 points for that word. But Timber also did something very interesting. She made another word by adding the D from weld onto blaze, making the word blazed, which is worth 18 points. That is a huge word. Your total score for that, 27 points, and covering the colored squares gets you this bonus question, Timber. Give me the first name of an Osborne family member, which is a popular show on another network.
I'm gonna have to go with the man himself, Ozzy.
Those Z's, yeah, worth 10 points apiece, and there are 2 of them in his name. Ozzy is the highest scoring Osborne, worth 25 more points for Timber. Man, oh mercy. All right, and here are the other top ranking Osbornes for you at home. Rob, the little known Osborne, only worth 5 points. All right, 25 goes into your point total, giving you 101 points already. Great job, Timber. We're going to refill your rack. And Jason, whew, it's getting a little hot in here. You've only got 36 points to Timber's 101. I hope you have a great word.
I've got a pretty decent word, and I had to work at it. That's right. I'm doing work. W off of weld, O-R-K.
Well, hopefully this will work. That is an 11-point word, and since the R rests on the double word square, an additional 11 giving you 22 points.
All right.
And your second bonus question, why don't you name a South American country? Keep in mind the Scrabble value for each letter. Look up there.
I'm not so good with countries. The only thing I can think of is Chile. Is it in South America?
Chile is worth 10 points.
All right, I'll take it.
Second to last. That's okay. Venezuela would have been worth 21 points.
Slipped my mind.
And you at home can see the other top-ranking South American countries. Peru is only worth 6. So at least you didn't pick Peru. All right, we'll add the 10 points onto your score, giving you 68 points, Jason. We're going to refill your rack. Looks like Timber's in the lead right now. You've got 101 points. Woo! Jason, even though you're playing like a plebe, you could still do some great work and weld some words together, or else get blazed by Timber. Woo! We'll be right back with more Scrabble action right after this. Stay with us. Hey, welcome back to the Scrabble Challenge. All right, we know that Timber is in the lead. You have 101 points, Timber, to Jason's 68. And Jason, you placed the last word, so it is now Timber's turn. Timber, do you have a word?
Yes, I do. It is name, N-A-M-E, and I think that E-N is also a word.
All right, well, let's see. Name is worth 6 points, but since the E covers the triple letter square, your total for that word is 8. And according to the official Scrabble Players Dictionary, E-N is the spelling of the letter N. You get 2 more points for that word, making your take 10 points, giving you 111, and we'll give you this bonus question. Timber, name a marshmallow shape currently found in a box of Lucky Charms cereal.
Oh, I see this as a kid. I'll go with the blue, the star.
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 Is only worth 4 points. That was the absolute lowest answer you could have come up with. If you had said horseshoe, we could have given you 15 points.
Oh.
And for those of you at home, you can see the other high-ranking marshmallow shapes. But you know what? You're still a star at Scrabble. We'll add the 4 on to your 111, giving you 115 and a brand new filled-up rack.
Thank you.
Great job. All right, Jason, do you have a word?
I have a word. I've got data, which is D-A-T-A, as well as making named off of name.
Great placement. Data is worth 5 points. You also put the T on the triple word square, making that word worth 15 points.
Nice.
Very nice. And since the D went on to name, making it named, that's an additional 8 points. You now have 23 points, which will add on to your 68, giving you 91 points, closing the gap. You also get a bonus question here. Why don't you name a murder weapon from the board game Clue?
Clue.
Thinking Scrabble value. Go ahead and look at the chart.
The longest word has got to be candlestick, so I'll say candlestick.
It's not only the longest word, it's the best word you could have chosen. That's worth 20 more points for you. Nice job, Jason. Jason, and you at home can see the other high-scoring weapons used in Clue. Good thing you didn't say rope. It's only worth 6. All right, the 20 points goes on to that 91, giving you 111. You're within 4 points of Timber right now. That was a really great play. We're going to refill your rack and head back over to you. Timber, this is going to be your last turn for this round, so please make a good word.
All right, I'm going to make the word guys. Guys. Guys.
Timber did the same thing you did last time. Jason, guys is worth 8 points. The U is on a double word square. That gives you a total for guys of 16 points. You also made works by adding the S onto work, and that is a 12-point word. 28 points for you. Timber obviously knows how to play, and you obviously know how to get yourself more bonus questions. Those colored squares bring you more points. So please name a one-word animated Disney feature film. Thinking of Scrabble value, always.
Oh, I love Cinderella.
And Cinderella loves you, all 13 points of her. If you had said Pinocchio, we could have given you 18 points. That was the highest scoring Disney film, and you at home can see the other high scoring friends over there, Pocahontas and Tarzan also, but we will put the 13 into your account, giving you 156. Great play.
Thanks.
That was your last draft. Now, Jason, you have the final turn in this round, and you have some points to make up here. Do you have a word?
I've got a pretty sweet word. I have Vex, which is V, the E from weld, and X.
An incredible, incredible play. Not only is Vex worth 13 points, but the X is on a triple letter square, making that word worth 29 points. You also made ox using the same triple letter X. That word is worth 25 points.
Yeah.
Your total for the play is 54 points, bringing you up to an impressive 165 points. I mean, for the first time in the game, you've actually taken the lead away from Timber. Not only that, but covering that triple letter square also gives you this final bonus question. Okay. Name an animal in the standard box of animal crackers. Think of the Scrabble value here, Jason.
I'm going to say monkey.
Monkey's got some great letters in it, and it is worth 15 more points for you. The only thing that would have made this more shocking is if you had said the number one answer, hippopotamus, worth 23 points. Oh, Jason, all right, we're going to add the 15 points from monkey, giving you a total of 180 points. Mercy. So at the end of the round, Timber has 156 points to Jason's 180. But it's not too late for Timber to catch up. When we return, both you guys will square off in an attempt to get the last word. But first, here's a rack for the folks at home. What's the highest scoring Scrabble word that you can make? We'll reveal the answer when we return with the Scrabble Challenge. Welcome back to the Scrabble Challenge. At the break, we left you with this rack of letters, and there were quite a few great words in there. Like okra, maybe tuna. Perhaps you made nuts. And perhaps that would make one disgusting casserole. Well, you could also have used all the letters in the rack to create outrank, a word that is worth 11 points. All right. Let's get back to our game because only one of these two will survive for a chance at $5,000. Wow, Jason, you have 180 points. Timber, you've got 156, but it's not over yet. There's still a chance for either of you to get the last word. I'm going to reveal a rack of letters, and you'll each have 10 seconds to come up with the best scoring word. Whoever scores highest has the last word and wins the rack and 10 points. Now, Timber, you're losing by 24 points. At 10 points a rack, that means you have to take 3 racks in order to win. And since you are behind, it's sudden death for you. You must win each and every rack outright. A tie is as good as a loss, and one loss means you're out and Jason wins. One of you will move on to the final round and get a chance at $5,000. And it all comes down to this. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, 10 seconds on the clock. Here comes your first rack, starting now. right, time's up. Your words are locked. Jason, your word.
My word is build.
Build is worth 8 points. All right, Timber, here's the drill. You must get at least 9 points to stay in the game. Your word.
Bridle.
Bridle is worth a very lucky 9 points. That's just what you needed. You're 2 racks away from a win. All right, 10 seconds on the clock. Here comes your second rack, starting now. All right, guys, time's up. Your words are locked in. Jason, you have a furrowed brow. Your word, please.
Poet.
Poet is a 6-point word. All right, Timber, let's see if you can get another rack. You need at least 7 points to stay in the game. Otherwise, Jason wins. Your word.
Probe.
And probe is worth 9 points. You've just won your second rack, Timber. That means this is the final rack. Whoever wins this one wins the game. However, Timber, you cannot tie. If you do that, then Jason wins and moves on to the final round. 10 seconds on the clock. Here comes your third rack, starting now. Okay, time's up. Your words are locked in. And Jason, do you have the last word?
My word is crow.
Crow. It's a good word. It's worth 9 points. Now, Timber, this word for you is critical. It has to be at least worth 10 points. And right now, that's a tall order in order for you to stay alive. Your word, please.
Chow.
And chow is worth 12 points. That means, Timber, congratulations. You now have a chance at $5,000. You've just won the game. Great job. And Jason, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for playing with us. You couldn't quite do it there at the end. You did have an amazing turnaround. And thanks for playing the Scrabble Challenge. We're going to send you home with some Hasbro games, including Scrabble, of course, and a copy of the Scrabble Player's Dictionary, so you can check all those words at home. Yeah. All right, when we come back, Timber is going to get a chance at $5,000 in the final challenge. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Scrabble Challenge. All right, Timber, you have proven your Scrabble genius and made it all the way here to the final challenge. You now have a chance to win $5,000. And before the show, you drew 30 tiles from the standard set of 100 Scrabble tiles. You'll have 45 seconds to build a chain of words from the center of the board to one of the 4 corner squares. The only thing we need to know is which of the 4 corners you have to reach. So when you're ready, hit the button and lock in a square. All right, 45 seconds to get from the center to the upper right-hand square. And if you get stuck, you can always trade in letters as long as you have some left. So take 5 seconds now and study your letters. All right, 45 seconds on the clock. Timber, your time begins now.
Grip. G-R-I-P. Grip. Shop. S-H-O-P.
30 seconds.
Saw. S-A-W. Toe. T-O-W. 10. T-E-N.
One more.
Men. 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 M-E-N.
And at the buzzer, you did it! Congratulations! With no time to serve, you just won $5,000! And all the men are going to be impressed with that win. Brilliant game, Timber. Great job. All right, well, I'm congratulating Timber. I'm going to say goodbye to you. I'm Kennedy, and I'll see you next time right here on the Scrabble Challenge. Bye!
If you like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more. And check out my Facebook page for other exciting content.